Hello everyone and welcome on this new tutorial. Last time we used our new animation. Today I would like to add some stamina. Each action is gonna use the stamina. We will see how to do the UI with the stamina. We're gonna add a bar. And just before we start, you can see that I actually change a little bit the setup. It looks kinda good. I hope you like it. I try to improve a little bit the setup. There's still some improvement to do. I will change the lens. I will try to get a wider lens for the camera. There's a lot of things to improve. Let me know in the comment section if you have any feedback. Let me know if you like the new setup. And there will be a lot of new stuff coming on the channel. I will have a green screen. Maybe I will try to do some devlog. I would like to keep working on my bunny game, make an actual real game, and I would like later to make a kind of little RPG game with like a little bunny character. I put you the picture of the bunny character that I would want to use. That's gonna be later. I'm thinking about it. It's gonna come after. But I hope you're excited because I am. If you don't want to miss the next devlog and the next tutorial, please subscribe and we'll jump in Unreal. Here we are back in Unreal. You can see the new setup. It's looking pretty good, I think. We will see. So what we did last time? Last time we added the new animation. We have the punch animation, we have the block animation, and we have our dive animation. We actually need to add some stamina to this. We need for each action to use the stamina. For the block animation, when we will block, I want the stamina to go decrease slowly. And if we get hit by something and we actually block the attack, we will use a little bit more of stamina, and when we don't have stamina anymore, it will not block until we get some more stamina. Then for the punch animation, I want to be able to punch if every time I punch, I will use maybe 15 of stamina, and then if I don't have enough stamina, I will not be able to punch. And for the dive, it will be something like the same. We will see, maybe it will be 20 of stamina, something like that. We will see, it will be some gameplay tweaking. We will do some tests and we will see how it goes. So we start by adding the stamina. So we'll go ahead and go in our blueprint. We actually need to create two variables. The first one will be current stamina. It will be a float, and we create a max stamina, which will be a float as well. We need both of them. My max, I will compile, and for my max stamina, I will put 100. And for the current stamina, I will put 100 as well. Now we can go ahead and, for example, in here, we are pressing the E key to dive. We're gonna check on the server if we can actually dive. And in here, we need to check as well if we have enough stamina. Because it is the server that's gonna check if we have enough stamina. We don't want the client to be checking, because if the client is using hacking software, it will be able to change the stamina and have like infinite stamina, and this will always work. We don't want to check on the client, we want to check on the server. We'll go ahead and get the current stamina. And if current stamina is greater than, we'll say 20. I will put the end boolean. If I'm not diving and my stamina is above 20, if it's true, we'll dive. Then we just need here to actually remove some stamina. In here we will get the current stamina. We do subtract. We'll subtract 20. We could actually here use a more and equals. We do a greater and equals 20. Okay. Because if we have exactly 20 stamina, we want to be able to dive. Then we will do a set current stamina. Up. And we'll plug this one in here. I will try to make some space. See the stuff? Okay. So now when we dive, we lose some stamina. We compile and save. This should be good. Here is our attack animation. We actually need to add some checkup in here. We don't want to be attacking straight away. We want to check, am I already attacking? Because I don't want to be spamming attack. That's useless. If I'm not attacking, I will be able to attack. And if I have enough stamina, I will be able to attack as well. So we'll add this. We start by adding a branch. And if it's true, we will set to attacking. We will get our boolean is attacking. We will do a not boolean. We'll add end boolean. Plug this in here. And we'll get our current stamina. If my current stamina is greater than equals maybe 25, we'll be able to attack. So there is two ways to actually achieve the update of the current stamina. As this is the code to do the attack. To actually make it work, it's on the server side. We need to update the current stamina on the client and on the server side, because we need to have it update on the client. Otherwise, in the UI, in my character UI, I will not be able to see my stamina changing. We can either replicate our variable, or we can multicast the change of the variable. I think it's better to actually replicate the data. So we'll go in the current stamina and we will go and click on the replication. We can see in here we have the replication. We will do a replicated. There is another stuff which is a rep notify. We don't need to do a rep notify. When we do a rep notify, it will create a new function, and when the server updates that variable, if I have some checkup to do on the client side, I can use the rep notify, and every time my data gets updated, I can actually go and add something. We are not gonna use it now. We just need to replicate the value. So we'll go ahead and do the replicated. So we can now change it in here. We'll go and set the stamina up, and we'll do the exact same thing. I will go and copy it. We'll do the exact same thing. We'll get the current stamina and remove the stamina that we actually use. It's 25. We put 25 in here. Now it's good. Let me check for the blocking animation. For the blocking animation, we can see that there is no server and stuff like that. So that's an issue. We need to add the server logic in this. We'll go ahead and we'll do the same kind of thing. We'll go there and we'll create a new custom event. S_start blocking. We make this run on server, compile, and we create a new custom event. Add custom event S_stop blocking, which will be this boolean. Then we need the isBlocking boolean to be replicated. Oops, not rep notify, replicated. Compile and save. We can see that as I put rep notify, one function got created on rep isBlocking. I don't need that function. Now I need to call this. On the started, I will start blocking. And on the cancel and completed, I will stop blocking. Stop blocking and stop blocking. Okay. We are not gonna add the logic here for the lose of stamina. We can use the event tick, which is something that runs at every frame. We can see in here, we have our event tick. If you do not need this, we'll get this a little bit up. In here, we have a switch as authority, which means that does this blueprint has authority on the network. The one who has authority on the network is the server. So if I am actually the server, which means that I have the authority, I will do the checkup for the is falling, and I will do the is diving false, which is replicated. As we need to be the server, we'll use the authority. I don't want to be plugging in here, so to not mess it up, I will just take this, put it a little bit here, and I will create a sequence. Because I don't want to break this is diving. What I will do here is that if I'm blocking, if I am actually my is blocking is true, I will decrease my current stamina until I arrive to 0. We'll go and get our is blocking, do a branch. If I am blocking, and if I'm not blocking, I will be able to restore my stamina. Because the only thing that decreases the stamina for now, as we don't have any running, we don't have any stuff like that, it will be the is blocking. So if I'm not blocking, I will be gaining some new stamina. We'll get our current stamina and do a set, and we will decrease this stamina. We'll do current stamina minus maybe 5. We will see how this goes. This is the type of value that we will change to see if it's decreasing too much. We want the player to be able to block without losing all of stamina. If he needs to dive, if he needs to hit someone, it has to still be playable. So we'll decrease by 5. That's actually good. And we will just do a little check that if I'm below 0, I will set it up at 0 because we don't want to be below 0. If it's less than or equals to 0, we just do less. If we are less than 0, we will actually set it up at 0. We can even do this better instead of setting one a first time the stamina and then a second time, because as it is replicated, if I set it up, it will send a notification to the player that there will be a network call to the player saying that this got changed. And if it's less than 0, we will send another message through the network to say that you need to set it up at 0. So that's maybe too much. We don't want to do too much call. We really need to be careful when we play with the multiplayer, with the networking, to not overuse the messaging system, otherwise we will blow up our server. If we have only one player, it's okay. But if we have 100 players, because we would like to have 100 players, if you can have 100 players, we'll see. We actually want the server to be able to handle the game without having like a huge machine, because it would be too expensive. We want to have the smallest machine with the best performance. So when we do this, we need to think about it. So instead of doing this, we will unplug this and I will put this one into the false. And then I will just do that check if this one, not this current stamina, if my current stamina -5 is smaller than 0, we actually set it up at 0. And if it's not, we'll go into the current stamina. And when we set up at 0, we actually need to stop blocking, because if we are at 0 and we are still blocking, we will stay in the blocking animation. We need to tell him to stop blocking because we don't have enough stamina. So we'll go and set our is blocking in here as false. For the false, it will be the exact same kind of stuff. The only thing is that we will increase, so we don't want to go above the max stamina. That's why I created the max stamina, because we don't want to go above the max stamina. So we can actually copy this. It's going to be the same kind of logic. We're just going to invert everything. This is going to be a minus to be a plus. We're going to add maybe 5. We'll see, we'll test it out. If my current stamina +5 is greater than my max stamina, if it's greater than, on the set 0, we will actually set our max stamina. We'll set the current stamina to be equal to the max stamina, to be 100. And for the current stamina, we will set it up at this if it's false. And we'll put this in the false in here. To be able to check how much stamina we have, we will add a little UI. To create a UI, we will go in our content folder and we create a new folder because we don't have any UI yet. We call this widget. A UI element in Unreal Engine, it's called a widget. We'll go into our widget and we'll create a new user interface, a widget blueprint. We want to have the user widget. We'll call this W for widget. We'll call this user UI, user interface. Because UI, it's user interface. So if you put user UI, it's user interface. That's no sense. Let's open it up. And I actually like to start by using its size box, I think. And then I use a scale box. We'll see if that works. With the size box, I will do the width override to be 180p, 1080. And on the scale box, I want to have fill on both horizontal and vertical. Now that's my screen. I will just start by, we just use a text for now. Test it up. We need to add a canvas. I forgot the canvas. Let's put the canvas panel in our scale box. And now we can add the text. Text. Oh, little text. Okay. Okay, we have an issue. So maybe we need to add the scale box first and then the size box. Let me do that. Scale box. I always mix them. Scale then size. We scale them on both, and on the size I want to have the width be 180p. Like this. Okay. Now if I add the canvas, it will be working. If I add the text, okay, it's working. So it's scale box first. With the scale box, we do scale to fit and stretch direction to both. And on the size box, we do 1800 in the width, and we go on horizontal and vertical alignment to be fill horizontally and fill vertically. Then we can add the canvas panel, and we touch nothing, and then when we add something, we can actually move it around. We will put it here, so it's anchor on the top left. That's good. We're gonna put it here, and we will do something like maybe 100/100. I just want to put it on the middle. Okay. And now we can see on the top left that there is the graph editing mode. So we are on the designer to add our UI, and then we go on the graph to actually add some code. On the event construct, I will actually get owning player with the pawn. UI. Right, we get the owning player pawn. We can cast the BP player character. And I will save this because I will need it a lot of time. So we get the player that owns this UI. We cast it to the player character and we set it up. And now we can compile and save. We'll go into our designer. And in here we can see that there is a bind button. We will bind. We'll create a binding. And now we need to create the text. We need the format text. We can put it here, and now in the format we'll do 0.1 and we create two values that we can now fill up. We'll do a slash, so it will be 0 this data slash the other data. And as you understand, we will get this and we'll get current stamina. We'll plug this in here. So we'll have current stamina slash the max stamina. Max stamina. Okay. Compile and save. And now we need to add it on the screen. So we'll go in our blueprint. We'll do it on the blueprint. We'll go in our event begin play, which already has a lot of stuff. We will add a new stuff on the sequence. We'll go in here and we'll do create widget. The widget will be our user interface that we have created. And then we'll do add to viewport to actually add it on the screen. We'll compile and save and we'll see if it works. Okay, so I have my stamina on the top left. If I punch, you can see that it goes down. If I block, it goes down as well. Then I stop blocking. So it's pretty good. And if I dive, it also works. The only thing is that it's going way too fast. We get some stamina way too fast. So it will be +1, maybe you put 0.1, and this will be 0.05. I think it's better now. Every time I use it, I lose some stamina. I can block and punch. I cannot punch anymore because I used it all. I need to wait. It looks pretty good. It's actually working. We'll wait to get 200 to see if it gets blocks at 100. It gets blocks at 100. It's perfect. If I block, it goes down to 0 normally. Okay, and when it goes to 0, we can see that my is blocking get false, and so I stop blocking and start gaining some more stamina. So it's perfect. It's actually perfect. I will just show you one little cool thing. It's nice to have a text, but we can actually have something a little bit better by using a slider. There is this. It's not a slider, it's a progress bar. We'll go and add a progress bar. We'll actually put it somewhere there, a little bit small, like this. We'll keep this one for now just to be able to see if it's working. I will change the color. So in here there is the fill color and opacity. I would like to have something yellowish. And if I open not this, if I go here we can see %. You can see that when it's at 1, it's actually 100%. And if it's at 0, it's 0%. You can actually change the way that the bar fill, the style and stuff like that. We will leave it like that and we just need to bind the percentage. We'll create a binding and it needs a float between 0 and 1. We'll go ahead and get our player character. What we'll do is that we need the max stamina. Oops, not this. The get max stamina and the get current stamina. To do that, we need to use our current stamina and divide this by the max stamina. If it's 100, it should be divided by 100 and it should be 1. If it's 50, it should be divided by 100 and it's going to be 0.5, it should be the middle, so it's perfect. We'll plug this in there. Let's check. So we have, it's full. You can see that when I block, my progress bar go down. If I stop, it goes up. And if I actually die, for example, well, that's okay for now. Because if we die, the player character gets, that you can see that there was a bug. I will show you. If I die, it got to 0,0 and the percentage is broken. Why is that? It's because when we fall, the bunny got destroyed, so the player character got destroyed, and then we generate a new one, and there's a bug with the connection with the UI. To fix this, we actually need to use the player controller. So we'll do the last thing that we need to do. It's when we actually block, for example, this, I want to lose a little bit more stamina. Let's go in our player character, and when we block something like this is this. If I'm blocking, then my launch character gets divided by 2. I would like to lose some stuff in here. So if I am blocking and my current stamina is greater than, we'll say 15, then we can actually use this. We can actually block, because if I'm blocking and I don't have any more stamina, I will not block, I will get launch. So if it's true, we'll set our current stamina up. Let me move this. Set our current stamina to be the current stamina minus 15. So we get minus 15. Okay, so if I go there, you can see that I lose 15, and when I will not be able to block anymore, I will get launch. Perfect. Okay, we'll go ahead and fix the UI, because I don't really like that. We are on the player character. Okay. We have the respawn pawn. On the event begin play, we will get, I will fix it up because it's actually bad. So we'll go here, we'll go and get in our begin play, we don't need to do this anymore. I will get this into there. We're gonna do this. The owning player will be self. Here, I would like to promote this to variable. Up, up, plug this in here. Call this widget UI. Actually gonna put user interface. Let's keep it clean. And we can now, in our widget user interface, do this in the event construct, and I would like to add a new event. Add a new custom event. I will add a custom event. Change player character. Actually gonna add an input. It's gonna be an actor. No, it's gonna be a blueprint player character. That player character. I will just set this to be this. And now, when actually respawn, just after I process it, I process my new pawn, I will plug this into my user interface. We will call our custom event, which is change player on player character, and I will actually plug this into the player character. Compile and save, and then see if it's fixed. Okay, compile and save. Let's open this. So it's still connected, that's working. If I die, okay, it's fixed. Okay, it was a simple fix, just that always for the UI, use the player controller. For now it's good, the respawn work, I can die, I can come back, I still have the stamina. If I actually put my stamina as 0 and I come back, it's back to 100, because it's a new character and everything is at 100. I can dive, I can block, I lose some stamina, I can kick the other bunny until I have enough stamina. And that's pretty good. That's it for today. I hope you actually like this little video on how to add the stamina. I hope you actually like my new setup. I really like it. And for the next video, we will start messing around with a main menu. We'll create a main menu. We will make players connect to each other. Join a lobby. We will make a little lobby map with some stuff. We'll be able to jump, kick on the player, and mess around like something we can see in Fortnite. When you actually connect to a game, you get into a lobby, and in this lobby you can play with the other character until we get to 100%. And when we have enough person, we launch the game. We're gonna do something like that. So that's gonna be for the next video. I hope you got a good time, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.